Hey guys, so today's video is another law of attraction manifestation video. I get so many requests to make videos on this topic, so if you enjoy when I make these videos, make sure to hit the thumbs up button so I know to continue to do so. Anyway, the thing that really inspired me to make this video today is the fact that I'm currently actively in the process of manifesting several large goals of mine. And since I'm in the zone right now, I thought this is the best time to talk about my manifestation techniques. And maybe some of these things, actually for sure, some of these things you've heard from me before, but that's because these things are what work for me and have worked for others. One of the things that I'm currently actively manifesting is, yet again, another new apartment. If you've been around, you know that last fall of 2018, I manifested my dream luxury apartment, and I made a video on how I manifested my dream luxury apartment, and that video did really well. And I even had some people leave comments and message me saying hey, I did the things that you said in that video, and I just moved into my dream apartment. And it was really, really cool getting those messages and hearing the stories from people who, did the things that I, mentioned in my video and it worked for them. So that's freaking awesome. Some people are probably like, but you just moved into this apartment less than a year ago. Why are you already trying to find something new? First of all, yes, I live in a studio apartment and it was a big step for me, but it was only a first step. There was no part of me that ever wanted to just settle into a studio apartment. I always wanted to start here and then continue to grow from here. So my next step is I want to move to a 1-bedroom loft at my current complex. And here's the thing, before moving into this apartment, I had set the intention of moving to a 1-bedroom loft. I even have a video clip of when I toured this apartment, looking at a 1-bedroom with loft, saying oh, this is my next goal. Side note, my next goal is to move into a 1-bedroom with a loft. I like this, right, yeah. So is this a 1-bedroom loft?
Yes, 1-bedroom.
This is my next goal. So I'm currently actively manifesting a 1-bedroom loft as well as a new car. Both of those things I put on my vision board. And that is one of my first tips. And one thing that you guys have probably heard me talk about a lot is get clear on what you want and make a vision board. Now, I personally make vision boards every single year and I try to look at it as my next level self. What are the things that I want to push myself towards in the next year? And sometimes I put goals that seem really big, and sometimes those really big goals are the things that really happen. And then other times I put goals on my vision board and maybe they don't exactly happen the way it's laid out on my vision board, but there's generally usually progress towards that thing. For example, I've been putting a 1 million subscriber play button on my vision board for the last 3 years. I still do not have 1 million subscribers. That is perfectly fine. However, I've had a lot of growth each year since putting that on my vision boards. I think 2018, I grew over 100,000 subscribers, which that is great. That's still so much progress towards that goal. I am not going to go into all the details on how to make a vision board in this video, but you are in luck because I already have videos on that subject. So if you want to know how to make a vision board that really works, I will make sure to link it down below. Check it out if you have not done so yet. But one thing though, if you look at my vision board, one of the big goals that I put on there was a 1-bedroom loft. So I just printed out a 1-bedroom loft layout and I pasted it over a photo of my apartment complex's pool just to represent that I want a 1-bedroom loft that is pool facing. So that is what that represents on my vision board. I also put a Jeep on there. When I made my vision board, I didn't really want a car horribly bad, but I decided, hey, if I'm upgrading so many other aspects of my life, maybe I should look into that. And I didn't know of a dream car that I wanted. So I'm my dad has a car dealership, which is Chrysler. He has a ton of Jeeps. I guess I'll put a Jeep on there. And I've decided that I actually now want a Lexus SUV, which I'm sorry, Dad, my opinion, a Lexus is a better car. And that is one thing though. As far as vision boards go, or any goals you have that you want to manifest in general, they can change. Just because you put something down on a vision board or you've been trying to manifest it for so long doesn't mean that you have to stick with that. If something you wanted is not something you still want, you don't have to go for it anymore. You don't. It's not set in stone. So although I put a Jeep on my vision board, I'm going for a Lexus. So it's okay to change your mind. Also, I know I've been mentioning vision boards a lot, But you don't even have to make a vision board if you don't want to. For me, I just like to. I like having that visual representation of my goals, and it's also like a really nice activity to physically make a vision board because you're just putting so much thought and effort into it. It kind of like energetically makes it more real. One big thing about the law of attraction that so many people forget about is taking action. It says it right there in law of attraction, law of attraction, action, take action. And no, I'm not saying forcefully hustle and have like this control over accomplishing these things, but take inspired action towards the things that you want. I'm not just gluing stuff to a vision board and expecting it to all fall into my lap. However, yes, sometimes the things that you express that you want and you put on a vision board, or you just like openly express it or journal about it or whatever that may be, sometimes it does just like fall in your lap. But the really big things that I want, I have to take small actions towards. Like, I want to manifest my 1-bedroom loft apartment. So what do I do to take action towards that? Even if I wasn't to the point where I felt like I could, you know, drop an extra $1,000 a month to move there, I decided to start touring. So I went and I toured all of the loft layouts that I could. And that was taking action. That was, you know, making steps towards it. As far as getting my Lexus goes, first of all, I decided that is what I want. It's so much more difficult if you're just like, I want a car. What kind of car? Okay, I want a Lexus. Now, what kind of Lexus? I want a Lexus NX 300. Okay, now we have something. And so just getting really precise on what you want. And then to take action towards that, I started looking online for that specific type of car and doing research on it. And although I'm going to be going up to Washington to buy it from my dad, I actually am going to be doing that in a month. Still, to take more action towards it, I am going to go to a local Lexus dealership and just look at the car and, you know, really get a feel for it. Not gonna buy from them because, sorry, my dad has the sale for me. But still, it is taking action. And it's not forceful action again. Like, why are they drilling outside of my apartment right now? This is really irritating. Can you hear that? Another thing as far as taking action towards the things that you want is get prepared for those things. Like, really start opening up your life for those things. Like, for example, when I moved to my 1-bedroom loft, also notice I'm saying when I move there, when I do that, not if I do that, but when I move to my 1-bedroom loft, I want to get like a sectional couch. And so I'm looking into those. And actually, as I've been looking into those, my friend Lindsay has a custom made one that she wants to basically give to me. It's a really freaking nice couch that basically manifested straight into my lap. So just doing little things like that, prepping for that thing that you want, even just taking really good care of what you have now. Like, because I want my new apartment to have a really nice, clean, light feel, taking really good care of the apartment that I have now and creating that atmosphere now, keeping it very clean and just having a good feel to it that I can carry on to this next place. Getting ready for this new car, I'm going to take really good care of the one I have right now. I'm gonna go get it detailed. I have a brake light out. I'm gonna go get that all fixed. Like, just getting it all nice and prepared and energetically ready for the new car. Take care of what you have now and appreciate what you have now. You cannot manifest the things that you want if you are energetically cringing at your current reality. I've talked about having low vibrations versus high vibrations. If you're in that low vibration state, you're going to attract more of low vibing things. If you're in that high vibrational state, that is where you really manifest the things that you want from. Learning to appreciate what you have now and creating the feeling of what you want in your life. So the thing is, anything that we want in our life, we don't actually want that thing. We actually want the feeling that we think we are going to get from that. So for me, the feeling I think that I'm going to get from that loft apartment is just like a breath of fresh air and just feeling super empowered and excited and like I can do anything. So what is it that you want? What feeling do you think that thing will give you, and how can you embrace that energy of that feeling now? Like, I know what feeling empowered feels like. I know what accomplishing things feels like. So like, close your eyes and picture a time when you had that happen, and what did that feel like? And you can create that feeling in your body just by envisioning those things, just by envisioning things that have happened in the past, or just by envisioning the things that you want in the future. Like, what is that feeling? And create that feeling now. That is going to put you in like that vibrational state that is going to attract that thing so much quicker. So getting into the emotion and the energy of what you want before you have it. That's like the key to manifesting. That is also what my coach calls emotional resourcing. Resourcing an emotion from a past experience that you had, or just like knowing what that feels like in your body. Like, what does excitement feel like in your body? For me, it's like this energetic, like, excitement. Like, I can, just by thinking of that, I can create that feeling in my body. Just like how thinking of sad past memories makes you sad, even though that sad thing is not happening to you in the moment. You can do that with exciting, good things as well. And that is like a quick hack to raise your vibrational state. So always remember, when you want to manifest something, what is the feeling you really want? What is the feeling that you think that thing is going to bring you? And how can you feel that right now? And now I'm going to get into talking about visualizations. I've spoke about this before. I think I'm going to do a full video on visualizations, but visualizations, that is something that I've done a lot. And it really gets me excited, and it really helps me with manifestation. Just not only vividly picturing what I want, like I close my eyes and I envision what waking up in that apartment would feel like. And I know what that's going to look like because I already toured it. So I have a very vivid image in my mind of how that's going to look. And not just envisioning it in your mind, not just like picturing it, but also trying to develop the feeling. What is that going to feel like waking up in that new place, or having that new job, or getting that new car, or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest? Like, what is the feeling behind it? And visualizing while feeling that. Feeling is the key, always. You guys also know that I've been very much into scripting. Scripting is when you are journaling as if you have already accomplished those things that you want to accomplish. Again, not going into great detail about that because I already have 2 videos on that subject, so I will link that video down below. It's a good one as well. I actually have not been scripting every single day. I used to script every single day. If you want to script every day, you can, but another exercise that is very much like scripting, it's like the same concept, is try writing one letter to yourself. Who do you want to be in 6 months or a year? Think of that. Really get a clear picture of how you want your life to look, and write a letter to yourself now, telling your current self all of the things that you've accomplished. So like me, in the near future, I would say, "Dear Annie, I'm so proud of you. You just moved into your 1-bedroom loft apartment. It feels so empowering being here. You are doing so well with your coaching clients, your YouTube channel's blowing up," all of those things. So write that letter to yourself, and then through these next 6 months to a year, how can you take small steps to show up as that person? That way you don't necessarily have to be scripting every single day, but you did it once. Alexa, stop. That means my time's pretty much up. But with that being said, write that one letter to yourself and keep in mind who that person is that you want to be, and actively take steps to show up as that person. And also know that who you want to be, like the best version of yourself, you are already that. Because you're envisioning that for yourself, like that is who you already are inside. You just need to let go of like all of the limiting beliefs and the programming that you've gotten throughout your life. Learn to shed all of that off so you can show up as that version of yourself who is actually you inside of you. That is who you are. Who you envision yourself to be is who you are. But with that being said, since I have to get to my webinar, I'm sure there are so many other pointers that I could have gone into detail about, but I should probably go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with a new one. Bye guys.